Hi guys, welcome to or welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. Meanwhile, on Reddit, that place, it's weird, especially if you're old. But I was on a voiceover thread, and all I ever did was thumbs people up, encourage them, say how much I liked their booths that they'd built, blah 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 blah. Right? Then I did a post where I said, isn't it amazing that nowadays kids know that they can do voiceover for a job? Because back in the day, we never knew that, did we? Before the internet and all of that, we didn't know that. I, for one, didn't even know there was Audible books at a time. And then when I did find out, it was like usually the person that wrote the book, who was a celebrity that read it, and like Carrie Hope Fletcher, she read her books and all the rest of it. And it was never a thing. And like I said, growing up, my very first job, there was a lady in the office upstairs, and whenever I rang her up for something, she always said, "Oh, dulcet tones." And I didn't know what dulcet tones meant. Didn't have the internet, didn't have an encyclopedia, so it went above my head, and I never really knew what she meant by it. And because I was raised by a narc and I had all my self-confidence kicked out of me, I would never have thought of doing something like that. And like loads of people have said, you've got a really good voice, you should do. And it's like, yeah, whatever. So I did this post and I said, isn't it great that kids know now? And they're preparing for their job and they're looking forward to doing it. And they're practicing different voices and blah-de-blah-de-blah. And that, in my opinion, if you're thinking about doing it, just do it and see if you like it, if you get on, blah, 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 blah. I got banned. No explanation, no nothing, just a message. You've been blocked. You're banned from this thread. So I went back and I looked down all the rules for the thread, because every thread has different rules. I hadn't broken any of them. So there's an option to talk to the mods or send the mods a message. So I sent them a message. Did they answer me? No. So that was that. Then I was on the fibromyalgia one. And this woman was saying that she's sick to death of trying to explain the spoon theory to people because it goes in one ear and out the other. And they sit there and they go, oh, I feel really sorry for you. And then it's like, why haven't you done your washing? Or why haven't you washed up? And it's like, did you understand a word I said? So I wrote back and said, maybe buy a big wooden spoon and thwack them over the head with it. I've only ever heard thwack used in cartoons. It was a joke. Didn't even get put up. It was pulled the minute I wrote it, and I got a warning saying that I can't do, I should not do comments like that in the future because I was inciting violence. So I wrote back to them. I said, do people even use the word thwack? I said it was a joke, and they still upheld it. And it's like, what the fuck? Because a couple of weeks prior to that, there were people going on about that. I've blocked all the YouTube threads because they just fucking annoy me. But this was an advert on the YouTube thread, and they put, oh, best thumbnail ever. And it was this bloke doing that to a buggy. Like, and it's like hitting babies in the face. Punching babies in the face is what the video was called. And that was left up, and it's like, is that not inciting violence? It's fucking inciting violence in me. I want to go and see who made it and punch them in the face. But it's like, one thing you're allowed to do, the next thing you're not. And it's like, what? And I wrote on that thread, I said, this is disgusting. Oh, shut up, chill out. He's not really hitting babies. And it's like, but that's what will happen. You fuckwit. It goes further and further and further. And then there's... I don't get it. So he thought that that was a brilliant idea for a video. Bring a baby carrier into a supermarket, put it on top of the trolley, wait until there's a load of people around you, and then punch it. What is wrong with this fucking world? So who finds that entertaining? And all the people on the thread, oh, it's really funny. How old are you? 4? I don't understand. There was something else I was going to say, but it's like, now I am very deliberate with what I do on there. I'm just going on there so I get the basement dweller at, what do they call it? Award thing. For being on there the longest. So I can say I'm a basement dweller. But somebody said something funny the other day, and I went to reply and say something like thwack 'em with a spoon, and it was like, oops, I'm not allowed to do that. So how come I'm being policed for a joke, and some young twat punching babies in the face is fine? I'm going to, because it's still up on YouTube, I'll find it and I will stick the thumbnail in here for you to see. And you tell me if I'm overreacting or if that's a normal thing to put up on YouTube. Do you know, I worry about the future? I really do. I've brought my kids up to have manners and respect for people. They do their please and thank yous, and they'll help someone cross the road and all the rest of it. And it's like, have I done them a disservice? Should I have made them harder? I don't know. The world is going down the drain. Anyway, this was just a quick rant because I wanted to get that off my chest. And the thumbnail should be just after this. And if you got this far, thank you very much. And I will see you in the next one.